got me down again.
Hello, once again, welcome. Again, we meet. I know you've been waiting to see this video. There's been snippets that have been flying on WhatsApp. There's been all kinds of things going on WhatsApp there, and I know you've been wanting to see what actually happened in Bulawayo, what has been going on in Bulawayo. So here is me once again presenting the highlights of what was going on in Bulawayo, what was going on out there. And I want to encourage you. I know a number of you actually enjoy watching, but I want to encourage you to actually come for these drag events. I encourage you to actually come, especially in Bulawayo also, because the culture there is a bit different. You've heard me say this over and over again, and I'm gonna say it again in this video. So this time around, we brought our Toyota Brevis. It's not a Crown, it's a Toyota Brevis, and that's what we brought to Bulawayo. So we had to drive it all the way from Harare, and just because we never driven it before, this actually was the first time to actually put it on the actual roads and see how it feels, how everything was, and it was splendid to drive. Actually, the last time this car was driven was actually 7 years ago. I think over 7 years ago. Other than that, this car was actually supposed to be rotting. I'm sure it was surprised what had happened for it to actually be on the roads, but nevertheless, this is what we are, and this is what we are now doing with it. So let me take this opportunity to explain how this machine works. So this was in the morning, nobody had come yet, they were warming up the machine. I was getting to warm up the car. So it shows 5 reds, counting them down, and then it gives you 4 greens to say you can go. So that's when the seconds start to count, and the time that you get to the finish line, that's going to indicate, the machine is going to indicate the total time. So this will include the reaction time. So to get the actual time, you subtract the total time minus the reaction time. In this case, I did 14.8. Silly me, on this run I had my handbrake on. So the beauty about coming in the morning is you get to do your practice runs, and also the temperatures will be a bit lower. So you do your practice runs, you get to learn the car. In my case, I was starting by launching in second at 3000 RPM, and I ended up realizing that 4000 RPM in second gear was like the sweet spot. So from then on, my times began to improve and improve. So that's the beauty about coming a bit early. So this is a case where both racers would have jump started. You see that when the full greens show, they were already gone. Just wait for it. You see greens, but they were already gone. So you get disqualified by that. That's how you see during the elimination, someone was ahead, but they're not coming back. They would have been disqualified.
Both of them jump started.
Now this was an epic race, even though the machine didn't get the time because it kept on counting and counting, but this was really an epic one. You have to agree with me on this one. That Ranex sounds like it was made in heaven or something. And I can tell you, JDM Heaven is smiling down upon this Ranex. again, this was another interesting race. 2JZ from South Africa versus 1UZ we built here in Zimbabwe. So in Bulawayo there is a love affair at the track. The missus, who is in the Sylvia S15, and the husband, who is in the Skyline. .335i versus Langton's WRX. And I will tell you one thing, he's known for launching. Watch this. So this is the eliminations. This is where gloves come off. The winner gets to race the next opponent, and when you've lost, then you have to do the walk of shame around the track. That's pretty much how it works. So they would have compiled who gets to race who in what order based on the times that you would have ran during the day. So during the day, when you're doing your qualifying and when you're doing your grudge matches, they get your best times there, and that's what they use to compile the list. I don't know how the list was compiled, but the BMW did send a lot of people home.
Jump start.
So when I was taking my walk of shame around the track, my guys saw that white cloud on the horizon and they thought maybe it was me on fire. But this was Tinashe. Tinashe was busy shredding the tires. He's the one with the M4, and he was getting ready to get in to actually show us what the M4 does. Spoiler alert, the M4 never disappoints. I don't know what happened to the Chevy. It ended up not being able to do the race, but I can tell you my audio equipment doesn't do justice. People love this car. Even I and my missus, we love this car. I hope whatever happened to this car is something that's easy fix. I also want to say well done to Terry and his crew. Despite all that, they managed to keep their cool, finish the event, even present awards. I would have called it a day, gone home, watch cartoons or something. So without a contestant, John Slumina becomes number one, the big boss. Well done. So after the races, there gets to be an award ceremony, and I'm pretty pumped about the fact that we managed to live with something. At a time of 13.2 seconds on the quarter mile, we got third place in our class. We left with a medal. Number 2 is the Mercedes CLA with a time of 13.1 seconds, and number 1 is Tinashe. Tinashe did 12.6 of the quarter mile. I'm going to put a link in the description if you want to see the times of who was running what time. You're going to be able to download it from the description. I'm also excited about Langton as well, because we came together from Harare. He got a medal as well in his class. He also got third place. I think his time he did 13.7. So I'm going to leave you with some cool pictures that we took at the drags. I'm going to encourage you to like this video and also subscribe. It gives me so much motivation when I see people liking the video, when I see them commenting. Also, let me know if you like this style where I get to do some kind of commentary. Usually I don't do that, but tell me if you enjoyed that. So thank you for watching, and have a good day.